is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing 287 pounds, Cactus Jack. And approaching the ring from parts unknown, Al Snow.
Here we have our official Hardcore Rules qualification match for ECW. Even though almost all of our matches are in Hardcore Rules, this match is a qualification for their chance at the Hardcore Championship, which is shared amongst all brands under the WWE. The first winner from Raw was Mankind, also known as Mick Foley, and here we have two competitors to try and get that second slot. We have Al Snow, a great classic competitor, great jobber of the WWF, part of the Job Squad, and then we have Cactus Jack, a real famous wrestler of ECW. Mankind is more WWE friendly counterpart, more famous in the WWE as Mankind, as some of his largest matches were made as Mankind. And yes, if you're following correctly, Mick Foley can't face himself in the hardcore match at the Hardcore Resolution on Sunday if Cactus Jack wins this match against Al Snow. With most Hardcore Rules matches, we start out in the middle of the ring. We spend a little bit of time wrestling until eventually one of them goes outside, feels like grabbing weapons, and then it all kind of goes downhill from there. Chaos starts ensuing, people go through tables, weapons get broken, fans give out weapons, guitars get broken across people's heads. Head can somehow maybe make an appearance, I would wish. But Cactus Jack here made a great showing last week during the Royal Rumble. He eliminated Rhino from the Royal Rumble before being eliminated by Bam Bam Bigelow as one of the... Bam Bam Bigelow was one of the higher up eliminators in that Royal Rumble, eliminating 4 people himself. Al Snow was not in that Rumble at all last week, as he lost his qualification match to New Jack. Now let's see if he goes 0 for 2 in qualification matches, or if he's able to make his way to the hardcore match later this week at Hardcore Justice. Now the 6-man Hardcore Justice match will in fact be a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the hardcore title, where the 6 men will be fighting to try and grab the hardcore title that will be strapped to the top of the ring, hanging by a cord. We'll have to use ladder to get up to it. Cactus Jack now going to the outside, going to perhaps look for a weapon on the outside here, now getting a classic steel chair. Al Snow stopping that momentum, sort of dropping onto his head, stopping him from able to grab that chair from underneath. Now, I keep wanting to call Cactus Jack Mankind, but Cactus Jack gives an elbow to Al Snow's head and now goes over to grabbing a title from one of the fans in the crowd as Al Snow tried to grab a crutch, but Cactus Jack smashing him with that title before Al Snow was able to grab it. Now Al Snow getting tossed back into the middle of that ring with such strength. It's Cactus Jack. Looks like that fan sort of spilled his drink on himself before he was able to give it to Cactus Jack. And here he found it now. Maybe pissed in it. Huge move from Cactus Jack, British Bulldog style, smashing the head of Al Snow into that concrete. Now, picking up the dazed and confused Al Snow. Al Snow has been getting a beating so far this match. A huge headbutt. Getting picked up once again. Now is where he's going to put Al Snow. Is he going to put him into the side barrier? He is. Now he's going to put him into the steel pole. Put him into the steel pole once again, trying to bust open the head, perhaps, of Al Snow. Wipe off those help me markers on the top of his head and blot that out. Maybe paint it red. We got a swinging net breaker from Al Snow, putting some aggression on of his own now. Now he's gonna whip Cactus Jack into the ring here and goes for a choke on the outside of the ring. He can choke for as long as he wants to. He doesn't have to wait for any count from the ref. It's not illegal here. There's no illegal things here. They can go wherever they want, fight wherever they want, fight with whatever they want. Al Snow getting tossed into various barricades, the steel barricades, much more harsh than the padded barricades you see on Raw like last night. Al Snow getting whipped into the steel steps once again. I'm surprised he has not been busted open. And I'm somewhat surprised there hasn't been more weapon usage. Cactus Jack more using the arena, which you can normally use in most normal matches. The ref will let you get away with it. Cactus Jack playing some mind games with Al Snow as he's certainly dazed from all those headshots that he has gotten so far in this match. Cactus Jack now grabbing Al Snow and tripping him over the steel steps, sending him chest and face first into the lightly padded concrete. Now, Cactus Jack getting tossed into the barricade and both men tripping over those dislodged steel steps. And both men on the floor now. In a normal matchup that would result in a count, as both men would have to try and get up before a 10 count or it would be a double knockout. But this is a no disqualification match. There are no knockouts, only pins and submissions. Now, he has been tossed back and forth between these barricades and these steel poles by Cactus Jack. And now Cactus Jack's getting a bit of his own medicine. Al Snow already holding the gut and now punching the head of Cactus Jack, sending him to the ground, picking him back up. Now is where he's going to go. Now Al Snow is going to go into the barricade. It's his turn again. Gets a big headbutt by the huge head of Cactus Jack, sending him into the barricade once more. The crowd is going wild, something big, and he puts Al Snow through the barricade. Cactus Jack destroying that barricade, sending Al Snow right into the crowd. Al Snow has got to be devastated. He's had so much damage done to him. Now, Cactus Jack might just have to get him into the... No! A huge counter to the small of the back by Al Snow. Getting a hit in on the back of Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack countering, smashing the head of Al Snow into the pole once again. Now, Al Snow's got the head. Cactus Jack trying to hurt the leg, the knee of Cactus Jack, putting all of his weight into that maneuver. Huge bulldog by Cactus Jack. He goes for a pin here. One. I keep almost calling him Mankind, but it's Cactus Jack that he is playing in ECW. He is the hardest working man, working 3 brands, working Mankind in Raw, Dude Love in Raw is War, and Cactus Jack here in ECW. Now, Dude Love is the only persona of Mick Foley that does not have a chance at winning a match. And now Al Snow trying to hurt the knee even more. As I was saying, Dude Love does not have a chance at getting the Hardcore Championship. Mick Foley's going to have to just settle for 2 chances here. As Al Snow looks for some more submission maneuvers and weakening the individual body parts of Cactus Jack. As Cactus Jack rolls to the outside, perhaps looking for a weapon, trying to get a steel chair, but Al Snow interrupts him. He thinks he's got a better shot with just normal wrestling ability. Al Snow, a great technical wrestler. Not much power behind him. He doesn't have the weight of Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack can put a huge amount of weight behind those weapons, those steel chairs, those kendo sticks, and become absolutely devastating. Now Cactus Jack going for a chair once again. No, Al Snow too slow and getting a huge chair shot to the head, and that chair bloody now from the blood of Al Snow. For that first chair shot was all he needed. He's been smashed up against the barricades and the steel pole constantly throughout this match. Now Cactus Jack getting tossed against the barricade for his own measure. Cactus Jack throwing him across the arena here, over the other steel steps. It's got to hurt the legs. And now Cactus Jack going for a table. Cactus Jack has been dominating this match so far. It has been 90% on his momentum, on his terms. They go where he wants to go. And now he's calling Al Snow to the middle of the ring. Al Snow trying to get a chair from underneath the ring. Man, Cactus Jack letting him have it. Now the question is if he's going to counter it. Yes, he's able to grab it away. The experienced, technical, hardcore skill of Cactus Jack showing as he counters and smashes the chair repeatedly against Al Snow's head, making him more bloodied, bloodying that chair, destroying that chair. Now Cactus Jack getting tossed into the barricade, but Cactus Jack counters once again. Huge neck whip into a submission maneuver by Cactus Jack, trying to hurt those arms and that chest of Al Snow. But if you're going to do a submission maneuver, you should be doing submission maneuver on his head. He's been absolutely bloodied. He might be concussed by now for the amount of chair shots and the amount of times he's been sent into the steel pole. Now Al Snow getting sent into the barricade once more as Cactus Jack grabs a guitar from the crowd. Al Snow looking to perhaps work with the ECW table here, but Cactus Jack instead hitting him with that guitar, busting the guitar over the head of Al Snow. Now where is Cactus Jack going to go now? What is he going to do? Is he going to clear off the table? He'd be hovering around the table. He's going to look for another weapon now. Now he's grabbing a trash can from underneath the ring. So Al Snow is just walking around dazed and confused, looking for his mommy perhaps. That fan just dropped his drink. He's looked very upset. Those nunchucks he's grabbing? No, it's a kendo stick. It's a kendo stick from underneath the ring. And now Al Snow has put the tide in his favor. He's been able to put some momentum against Cactus Jack. But Cactus Jack turns it right into a headlock. But Al Snow countering once again using those great wrestling fundamentals. He's a great technical wrestler as well as a great hardcore wrestler. Al Snow now getting put into a headlock, tossed into the middle of that ring with a big elbow to that face. The blood's got to be getting into those eyes now. It's got to be hard for him to see. Oh, is he going to wash out the blood from his face now? Al Snow should have let him splash him with that water. Maybe he could have made his eyesight a little bit more clear. He's been hobbling all around this arena now, choking Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack's now rolling into the middle with that table. Al Snow now in the middle of the ring. Cactus Jack looking for a counter. He's able to counter that move once again, throwing the kendo stick to the ground. That's looking for a great move here. Double arm DDT. Perhaps going to look for a pin now. Yes, going for a pin. 1, 2, 3, Mick Foley qualifies twice.